feel like in, I don't know, kingdom or something. Hi, I'm Maggie and this is my first challenge, and as you already know, the challenge was drawing. So for 4 weeks I tried to draw, and I said try because I missed 2 days. I'll be honest with you. The first 2 weeks I was focusing on heads, faces, this part of a human being, and then another 2 weeks I was focusing on body. So my faces were like this or this. And so in this video I will tell you if I got some results, if I improved or not, some tips, tricks that I have learned, and just we will have fun with how I messed up. So let's go into it. I always wanted to try this trick. For the first challenge I chose drawing because I am drawing for some time. The drawing before this challenge was something like this. I always wanted to be better at drawing faces and figures and just drawing the story, comics and movies and animations. So I said let's try it out, and guys, it was amazing. I committed to draw for at least 10 minutes, but it was mostly 15 to 1 hour. Some days were better, some days were worse, some days I missed. But I still tried to draw for 4 weeks, and yeah, I enjoyed it. The first day of the challenge, the 1st of February, I drew some sketches into my sketchbook. And these were eyes, nose and mouth. Then 2 faces from 3 quarters view and profile that look horrible. But yeah, I was just telling myself that the worse it is, the bigger progress you will see. So these 2 were from memories, and then I drew myself from a picture. And I was very proud of this one because my mother recognized me. So I knew something about faces and how to build them. Then I drew 2 figures. First one was from picture and it looks horrible. And the second one was from memory, I would say, but I just drew some dress. You know, you can always save your figure with dresses if you can draw dresses. So that was my first day. Then I had a meeting with my mentor, and he gave me this super cool tip that I will share with you. So 2nd of February, I started to do it. I drew a face, and then I was writing on it or drawing on it. And because those days I had time, so I was even able to try to draw another head after giving myself a feedback. And this trick, tip, strategy really helped me a lot to improve and to see the mistakes. It was from pictures, so I could always compare and I see, okay, this head is too big, this eye is too low, or something like this. I did it for 5 days, and then I had lack of motivation. I didn't want to sketch anymore, so I chose to try something different, and I borrowed a digital iPad from my sister, put a picture in the app, and I was just drawing lines on the head. The result looked like this, and I played with colors, I played with the lines, what I wanted to be shown, what not, and I was very satisfied with it. The next day, I had a photo in my computer and I was drawing lines on the photo, but at the same time I was drawing the same at paper. You can see it there, and like it took me a long time, but I was satisfied with it, and it looks pretty nice. It was after a long time that I drew on bigger paper again. This was one thing that I learned with the digital drawing that really helped me. I did something similar next day with baby faces. I draw on the digital pad on my sketch, and at the same time I tried to do the opposite sketch of what I was drawing. And so if you look at the page, it should be the same but opposite, but as you see, it looks like a different baby. But it still looks similar a bit, so I said legit. And then after a long time, I picked up my watercolors, brush and water and newspapers, and I tried drawing this. You can really see it there and this. It was so funny. I remember the feeling. It was starting to get dark and I was so excited about drawing, and I didn't really care that it's front view and that's the easiest one and that the proportions aren't the best. I didn't care that I didn't use many colors. I enjoyed it so much, so I decided that I will try to do more of this kind of thing. I picked up this calendar. It's from 2020. It is pretty empty because of COVID. I just wanted to try if the paper won't get too wet and if it's possible to draw in it. And it looked like yes, so I put it in bathroom. I put the watercolors with one brush there, so mostly when I was brushing my teeth I was drawing, or when I didn't have much time that day for drawing, in the evening do some strokes and then something like this came up. I remember being proud of this one with the covered eyes, and because I put it in a place where everyone was going, my sister drew there some faces and also my mother painted this. So that was for my diary. Use newspapers or old diary or something you have texture already, because the drawing then looks much better compared to like just white paper. It's just one tip of mine. Fun fact from my sister, there is something like a fear of blank paper. You just see the paper and you don't want to mess it up, you don't want to make a mistake because it's like perfect blank paper. And so that's why I think the newspaper and the calendar helped. Also one day I tried drawing one character and then drawing the same character from a different angle, and I recommend to try different things, to try painting or to try drawing on floor. Do something different than you usually do or stay motivated. Another thing that I enjoyed was studies. And before I did eye studies, but I didn't do nose and mouth. I have to say it was enjoyable just to focus on one part, though I had to do it again because I forgot how did I do it, but it looks nice. Like, make it so that you want to look at it again. And even if it doesn't look like this, draw. Continue. I think that would be for the first 2 weeks, and I would say first 3 because I was drawing heads low-key the whole time, but the 3rd week and 4th week I was focusing on bodies. In the 3rd week I was doing it on my digital iPad, but somehow it disappeared. I didn't save them. Always save your drawings, because then you are sad about it. I just put a picture then and draw some lines on it. I drew mostly like torso and hips and the hands, you know, the head, hair, everything around it. And it was pretty helpful, I would say. Then I tried to do some structure from YouTube tutorials. There are many of them. Then there was the last week, the 4th one. I did 3 different poses with one method. It was basically using torso, using neck, this. There was a bit of anatomy. As I said, I didn't focus on heads, I focused on the body. And I found out that it will take a long time to be better in drawing figures because it's just too complicated. I drew on all places I could find, I guess. The tip I got, aka everybody knows that, is to draw less lines. When I look at the artists, they were just like, this one line, it was perfect. I was like, 50 lines to look at their one. It comes with practice, it comes with time. That's something I'm striking for now. The last day I tried different method of drawing bodies. It was much simpler, just with trapeze shapes and the arms. Perfect. Just pure perfection. So for my results, I redraw heads, but this time without picture. So let's start with the front view. I'll compare this one to the picture of myself. This picture is much more realistic. Maybe the shading the shape of the neck is not natural, but otherwise, yeah, I see progress there. Then we have this quarter view in the profile. The quarter view is better for sure. And the profile, I will admit I totally forgot how to draw profiles, so it looks how it looks, but it's still better than the sketch from 4 weeks ago. There's improvement for sure, and then there is this face. Very similar, I would say. There's different way of drawing eyes. I like the second one more, because I learned that most of the eyes has this gap between eyelid and eyebrows, and it represented well. For the heads and faces, I would say I improved, and it's something I really enjoy drawing. There's success! Yay! And now the figures. So what I did was standing in front of mirror with this like construction or drawing. I was looking in the mirror and drawing. That's what I drew. Compared to those two drawings, wow, there is result. And I was not kidding, like this was how I drew studies. The moral of the story is practice, 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 make perfect, make better for sure. Thank you for watching. I hope that it somehow motivates you to try something new for yourself. Maybe it's skateboarding, weightlifting, or I don't know, drawing. I just wanted to pass a message that making mistakes is alright. And as you see, you actually learn the most from them. And I think you've heard it a lot, but I wanted to repeat it again. 28 days, 4 weeks is not enough to learn drawing like a professional, but it's enough to find out if you like it or if it's not your cup of tea. And I definitely want to continue. I'm recording this after a week, and this is what I did. The progress is there, and it's because I drew in the days that I didn't feel like drawing. And the thing is that if you want to be better at something or improve, you need to work on it consistently. It applies for running, for drawing, for playing guitar, for anything. So be consistent, especially in the days when you don't want to, because that's when you're improving the most. This is the end of this video. I will continue drawing, and I challenge you to try something new for yourself. Stay curious, keep trying, and I will see you in another video. Bye! Circle for... how is it called? Oh yeah, hips. How the muscles are stretching or flexing, or yeah. Okay, this looks weird. Booyah!